Anyway, onwards and upwards. Cannot save. I do not want to save, but I know where I want to go. I just don't remember how it starts out. We want to be up here. I just don't remember how to introduce. Fuck it, let's just let Stone Sour take it. He'll be alright. He's a big boy. He's a big, strong boy. Oh, it's you. You wanted to get stronger, so you came for the legendary Pokemon. That's supposed to be here. That's your story, right? Well, that's not gonna happen. Because I'm going to get it. I'm gonna be the world's greatest trainer, so a legendary Pokemon would be perfect for me. Well, anyway, I'm getting tired of having a wimp like you always showing up. I thought he was gonna say following me around. Yeah, I just couldn't remember which one he starts with. I don't know. Haunter. Okay, so we wouldn't have had a chance with the guy. I guess I wasn't sure if it was that or if it was going to be Golbat. But yeah, so I was like, this is a good compromise. Because whatever it is, fuck me. I was going to say I can handle it, but like the first fucking thing that happens, right? That was the other thing. Was like, we kind of really need Rock Smash for this area, and my dumbass didn't have it with me on the time. I got a bunch of full hits, right? Yes. Alright, so let's use up these. Well, here, let's use this one first, since it's taking up an extra slot and there's only 2 of them. That's rude. Spite's a move that I never really could get behind too much. Watch me get paralyzed again. It's almost like I know how this game works. Almost like more reason why I dislike RPGs. 10% chance! 2 times in a row. Alright, well we're not gonna... We do need Stone Sour again though. Magnemite, who can take on Magnemite? I guess you're gonna have to. That's what I was trying to think, because I'm thinking about that Zubat the whole fucking time. I'm like, you'd be fine with that. Like, we could let Stone Sour do it, but he didn't need to do it anymore. He's ahead of the game. We can do Nightshade, Hypnosis, maybe. Also busy thinking about the Quilava, which we need to save Slowpoke for. Pokeslow. I'd extend my neck when I say dumb things sometimes, I guess. You gotta put emphasis on words, even if people can't see what they're even if they can't see what you're saying. All right, let me take a drink real quick. Now I think I mean, it's dumb and it's gonna be slow, but just to go ahead and give it action and try and consistently switch out with it, we'll let Lita do it. I don't know, I've always kind of liked the one-on-one thing where it's like, alright, your one took out my one, now let's both switch. Like, that's what I did a lot in Fire Red, and in particular because I felt like it was a lot easier. I'd always have, Chozard take on his Blastoise until it wasn't able to do it anymore, which was quite a bit, actually. Like, you could survive the damage for at least up until like the level until it was about a Blastoise, and then that was when it's like, I can't take it anymore, kind of thing. As to where in here, the second that thing learns Ember, you're fucked, mate. It's not happening. So we can't quite do that. Yeah, no, like Stone Tower basically could have taken out like 3 of those. He could have low kicked. He could rock throw. Now we're getting smoke screened. I'm not exactly a fan of that. But anyway, there's stuff of interest going on in here outside of just the rival battle. I'm just unsure how long it's going to take. And then we will properly explore Ekritique a bit more, which is where we are. Which is kind of like a weird name, because I remember at one point my brother texted me, he's like, how did we pronounce it as a kid? I'm like, I don't even know. Like, cause looking at it, you wouldn't have a clue how the fuck that's supposed to be pronounced. You'd have to hear it to get it, cause it's just a weird ass name and it's spelled weird. I mean, to someone who's like 9, you know, like if I gave that word to an 8-year-old, he's probably gonna be like, "What the hell is this?" Or he's gonna be like, "Oh hell yeah, it's Pokemon." He's a rad kid. He's a bad dude with an attitude. I'm out of here! I can't believe my fucking Slowpoke got its ass whipped by a goddamn... Alright, well you're gonna go ahead and get it then too. Let's see how you like demeaning. If it weren't for that smokescreen, dude, I would have been fine. Who would have guessed? I need that fan facing me instead of facing the bed. Alright, now it's just blowing cold air on nowhere in specific. I don't know why, but like I get hot when I start recording. This is why I hate battling wimps. There's no challenge in it. Whatever. You would never be able to catch a legendary Pokemon anyway. That's right, I would never do such a thing. Alright, so I gotta heal up real quick, because I got my ass whipped. Alright, so there are wild Pokemon in this area, and the one that I want has only a 5% chance of showing up at night, and a 10% chance of showing up during the day, because I'm psychotic. But real quick, we're going to grab these items while we're looking around, and it can only be caught on that bottom floor down there as well, so it's not going to work if I'm up on the top. What's weirder is the fact that it's actually... Oh, there's no space left, you say? Is that what you say? Well... balls. Toss. Oh yeah, get rid of that shit too. The rest I need to put away. See, because I can hang on to some items I can properly use for the moment, at least not sell it. The berries are only worth like 10 cents. Yeah, it's about fucking time, dude. Man, last time it took me 3 tries to get this, and when I say 3 tries, I mean this guy was the 3rd Pokemon. Now that took me probably about 5 minutes. So that took me a while, but I guess I seem to have an epiphany, a preference for grabbing the ones that are absolutely nightmarish to try, you know, like, this guy's got a 5% chance. Slowpoke has a, 15% chance. Sudowoodo's the only one in the entire game. So I guess I just hate myself. But yeah, remember when I was talking about how Johto I think I talked about it. Johto fucked up the entire fire type thing, and there's like maybe 4 in the whole thing? Well, that kind of complicates things. So when I was trying to find at least a fire type, dude, if you don't get your ass to sleep and fucking stay that way, I realized Magmar is a good fire type. Let's use him. So he's gonna be next member, and since he is being a pain in my ass, we're just gonna go for that. But yeah, no, now, wow, this guy is a pain in the ass. Now Sudowoodo's time in the spotlight is basically over. I mean, he's already caught up. He's ahead of Gygus and Slowpoke at the moment, but like, we're going to be using Magmar for a little bit so he plays catch-up. The good news is Magmar is super, super good and easy to level up for this part. So, like, having Fire Punch, that's going to basically one-shot most of the things we fight. So it won't be too hard for him to catch up to just about everything. Like, by the time we're done with the city, he'll be a level 20 guaranteed. About fucking time I got this stupid asshole. Yeah! That's what you make me think of. Now, yet again, all the nicknames for Magmar suck. But there was a line that one of the trainers says in this game that kind of stood out to me. He said something about being a hot-shot trainer. And yet again, just playing off the simplicity of it, hot shot. There you go. It works for any fire type, but since Magmar has like the worst fucking nicknames in the world, all of them being Butthead, fuck you guys. That's why we had to come up with something good and original. So there you go. Alright, now there are a few fights up here that... What the fucking hell? That's not what I wanted you to do, you twat. There are a few fights up here, which is why I was not fighting anyone, was because I was trying to save it for a hot shot here. So we're going to go ahead and knock this out, get the optional shit out of the way. Cutting this stuff out for you, because you really don't need to see it, and considering I'm fighting a fire breather, it's probably going to take a minute. Alright, so that whole... burn heal is about to get a good use now in a second, which is right here. So we can go ahead and get that out of our inventory. Now, if you talk around to the people in the town, they'll talk about how, because there's a burn tower and then I think it's called Tin Tower. Which it's like one tower's, oh, for fuck's sake. One's for Lugia, one's for Ho-Oh. We don't have strength, so we can't quite push that. But, yeah, that's a thing, and I want to say it's based on some Japanese mythology as well, which is pretty righteous. I think it's kind of interesting to like look at some of the themes of the overall Pokemon games. Like, I want to say this overarching theme is supposed to be a lot about religion. I don't quite remember what the motif for Kanto was supposed to be, but I want to say it had something to do with the fact that, like, basically all the starters are lizards and reptiles. And, oh my god, I need a repel now! See, but I'm just about to leave, but I know if I don't, I'm going to end up running into at least another 5. Whatever, it's not like I don't have 95 of the fucking things. These guys are pissing me off with their stupid, hi, look at me, I'm a Zubat, I don't care. See, literally, this is all I need, right here. Now, there's one thing I do kind of want to clarify. I probably, knowing myself, called them legendary dogs or whatever in Colosseum. They're actually cats. They're based off of a lion, a tiger, and I think a cheetah. It's supposed to be Suicune. So, yeah, there you go. That's the official origin there, because people want to debate about it, and like, I don't know. It's not too hard to just Google something, I guess. But now that we've got that done, we can go ahead and show off some fights that are actually worth showing. And we need to let me go back and deposit stuff real quick. How much money do I have? All of it. Well, it's not like I'm gonna be making a profit if I sell anything then. Here's where I want to be. Alright, so this is the dance theatre. So we will dance with pretty girls. Let me think. How did it go again? Who had what? Alright, I think I remember the order. So I guess we'll start with you then. Isn't my beret pretty? Oh, Pokemon battle. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I have a hole in my socket, it's pissing me off. Ugh. So the theme of this is that they all have evolutions. So that was what I was trying to remember, because I was like, alright, who had what again? And, you know, I only did it about a week ago, so it's fresh enough in my mind, but usually it would always mix me up and get me confused. Umbreon's a pretty cool one that I use all the fucking... Because, see, that was the main thing, was like, that was the main thing before I even started using Umbreon and stuff in XD, was like, I never, ever, ever used Umbreon. So when I did use Umbreon in Heroes, because it was like, alright, well, I usually use Psychic types, I never use a Dark type. So then I did. And then I never LP'd Silver up until now, and by then, like, I was like, well, I've already used it for Colosseum, I've already used it for XD, so I don't think I can really argue that I never use Umbreon anymore, because I've already gotten 2 games where I've used it, and I basically have to face the facts that Umbreon's one of my favorites, so there's that. I always dance with my Pokemon. Of course, I also train them. I mean, can you train them in dance? Yeah, they have a Pokemon for that. It's a dancing bird. Espeon. 'Cause see, that's the other thing, is it's like, because, you know, I'm always playing at night and stuff. I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, you know, what if I record during the day and then people are just like, why'd the pseudo-wudo get brighter? So, just because I had time, earlier in the day, I just wasn't exactly... Wow, that fucking hurt. I didn't exactly think it was the best idea for me to do it, so I didn't do it. Alright, we're gonna quickly switch out, just so this way he can still get that EXP. I guess that's probably gonna kill you. Well, let's see if it doesn't. Because you're the next one that... Oh, okay, you know what? That's perfect. Do more of that. Probably not really. Don't do more of that. I don't like that. But it doesn't matter. You're dead. Haha, bye-bye. And now everyone's at 22, except for Hotshot, but he will be soon. Alright, so Sayo runs the Mayo. Oh, so close. I almost had you. Alright, well, I need to go heal up real quick, because they's be beating me up. Alright, so I did decide to look at my sheet, just so I can get ideas, and I feel like I've talked about this before, but I don't really remember. But dude, I fucking hate when recording failures happen. Because it's so demotivating. I'm really pretty sure I've talked about this before. It sucks to have to, like, try and remember what you have said before and just get the ambition to do stuff again. With or without commentary, because I've had those moments with soaring too, but... It sucks having to, like, kind of forcibly repeat yourself. Like, I'm feeling alright now. I don't mind it now, but it's like one of those... And that's only because it's been a fucking week. Like, if it were the day after, like, I think it would suck. There's only one thing I can think of in particular that I'm gonna repeat, and that's gonna be in the gym itself, because I planned on talking about it in the gym, because I was like, oh, it fits the theme, or some shit like that, so... There you go. Yeah, might as well, fuck it. You're, like, looking around like you're paranoid. And thank you for calling me cute, but, like, you need to calm down. So yeah, the other two are Flareon and Vaporeon, and she has Vaporeon. So, kinda don't really matter. There's no sense in walking all the way across. Hotshot's not really gonna be fighting either one of them, so let's just send one out so we can switch them out and then have someone else do it, but he can still get at least half the EXP just to have that much. Yeah, no, I fucking hate recording failures. They're so goddamn annoying. I mean, having, like, especially in Plants vs. Zombies, I remember that because I was talking about stuff on the Idealist, and, like, I would erase it after I talk about it. Now I put a dash next to it just in case a recording failure happens. But, like, that's where because I think I was talking about how I tried to remember what I was talking about before, because that was basically all stuff off the Idealist, and I was like, ah, damn, what did I say? What did I say? And it kind of sucks to have to do that and, you know, repeat commentary, but as is life, I guess. And it sucks also when you gotta, like, go with a certain, here's this event that's happening kind of thing, so you don't really have a choice but to acknowledge it. Can I beat up the Flareon with a Magmar? I don't think I want to, just in case. I want you to do it. Yeah. Just because I know it's gonna hurt more coming from you than it will from Pokeslow, because Flareon is special defense opposed to physical, and Rock Throw's gonna hurt more than Water Gun will, so there you go. That's my logic and reasoning behind it. And I think it was pretty damn sound. Look at that. Flareon is one that I think is super underappreciated, but I get why, because it's like, it's a physical fire type, and then all the physical fire type moves it learns suck. So they really need to fix the physical fire type moves, because there's like 3 and all of them are shit. Not only are the Komodo girls great dancers, they're also skilled at Pokemon. I always challenged them, but I've never left a scratch. The way you battled, it was like watching a dance. It was a rare treat to see. I want you to have this. Don't worry. Take it. That's Surf. It's a move that lets Pokemon swim across water, which we want to immediately teach to Pokeslow right the fuck now. And that's kind of one of those things where it's like, I understand people like have just test for some of the HMs, but like truthfully, fucking Surf is awesome. Strength is pretty good. What was the other ones? Fly. I like Fly. That one's good too. I'm impartial cut. I don't mind it, but I don't hate it. Rock Smash sucks. Flash sucks. And then Waterfall. It's not bad.